Welcome today to Aquatic Park, and I'm happy that you're all here. This is going to be a fun class. I look forward to it with you. We're going to begin with triple burner, inhaling up and exhaling down through 3 energy centers: the heart and lungs. The abdomen are the second down, and the top is the head. All your thoughts, your speech, your thinking, your action starts here at the head. Very important dantian. But our basic dantian for Tai Chi is at the abdomen. We're going to be moving into Tai Chi Chih today, which is a combination of Qigong and Tai Chi. It has only 19 moves, and it was created in 1974 based on the roots of the work of Justin Stone's teacher, Wen Shan Wong, and comes to us from many, many centuries of ideas about Tai Chi, even connecting to yoga, maybe 3,000 years ago. So we'll inhale up and exhale down in this beautiful little warm-up of Qigong. Triple burner. Comes through those 3 dantians, or energy centers. Here's the inhale, and here's the sweeping long exhale, all the way through the center of the body. Feel the breath in, feel the slow exhale out. Feel the rising as you inhale and the palms move up, and the sinking a little bit through the knees as you come down. Not too far, just enough so that the knee might go to the toe, but not beyond it. And your feet are in a V. We're in rider on horse position. One more triple burner. And now we inhale, exhale for a side-to-side weight shift, which is picking up the ball up here, a feather, and releasing it. The other side, the finger and the thumb touch as you come down. And as you release the outside heel, this is picking up a feather and letting it go. Side to side weight shift. Use your peripheral vision to see it go up and see it come down with a flat palm. Releasing the outside heel here. And shifting to the opposite side to do the same thing. Picking up a feather, letting it go. And then coming back to center. We'll inhale here to widen the ribs for the accordion. And exhale back to shrink everything. Inhale, expanding the ribs. Exhale, coming back. You'll also feel your tummy expand here. That's part of the Qigong breath. As we begin to feel that we need to release the jaw, you might feel your tongue coming close to the upper palate and the upper teeth. Sort of a natural movement there as the jaw releases. On the inhale. And on the exhale, maybe closes a little bit. One more. We'll next move to some beginning movements from Tai Chi Chuan as a warm-up, knocking at the gates. touching the back body at the buttocks here, and then moving it up to below the lungs, expanding that area and feeling the length through the spine at the same time. And then coming up to your lung points, tapping there, right below your shoulder blades here. Good. And then we're going to come down the body. So coming down, fold forward with a flat back and release. Go beyond your toes here. Come back up, center. And down the outside. You want to fold forward with a flat back that allows you to release forward and be comfortable. Coming up to the fountain, we'll inhale the palms here. Going back to Qigong for a moment and releasing. The backs of the palms come together as you fold over. Inhale, expand, and open the palms. Exhale, and bring the backs together and release. You are the fountain. As you come up one more time, take a breath in and say, aha! Feel the joy of that. Let's do one more here. And come up again. And release. Bringing the fingers inside of the shoulders here. We'll come forward, up, back, and down. Letting the elbows move with the fingers. And feeling a little bit of opening there of the shoulders as you bring them forward and inhale towards the back, you exhale. That inhale out breath is really important, so you want to get into that too. Let's go back, up, forward, and down. 3 of those. Good. And now we're going to come into our hip circles here. So coming forward, side, back, side. Really feeling this whole area move with the low back. And then the opposite direction towards your right was where we started. And now we're going towards your left. Good. And let's open the palms out into a T and circle here. And circle back. Bring the elbows close to the body and circle the wrists. And the opposite way. Let's bring the knees together here. And as you come down with a flat back, take hold of the knees and circle to your right and around. Forward, side, back, side. And then to the left and around. And then release forward, touch your ankles, and come up very slowly, opening the body. And release. Beautiful. We're going to come into Tadasana now. This is the mountain pose. Really feel the length of your spine. Feel the opening of the body. And the crown of the head lifted by a silver feather is just moving up here towards the ceiling. Take a few deep breaths there. And we'll shake it all out. Good. We next come to our first position for letting it go, which is in Tai Chi Chih, rocking motion. Dropping the energy back towards the heels and then inhaling forward towards the toes. In a figure 8. The infinity symbol for health here in Chinese medicine and Western medicine is that movement, connection to the brain and to the body and to the breath is to me what we need here. Connecting at your energy C here, you exhale back and the toes rise. As you come forward, the heels rise. Feel that full connection. Nine, 27, 36 times, any multiples of 9. Last one of rocking motion. We'll come back to the center. Feet will be in a V this time and come into bird flaps its wings, inhaling to lengthen. And as you sink, releasing with the exhale and the heels come up. Breathe in and sink. One wrist circle and inhale back to center. Last cycle of bird flaps its wings. And inhale back. Sink it through the earth. Double ground it. And looking at our first weight shift, we'll first do a side-to-side weight shift to prepare. Shifting towards your right, shifting towards your left. And then when you next get to your right side, where the feet is already in a V, out this way, or 45-degree angle, release your left heel and come forward for around the platter on your left side. I am mirroring you, which means that we're doing opposite feet, but when you look at it, you're doing the same foot as my right foot. And you start always with your left. Here's your inhale. And here's your exhale. This is around the platter in chest high water. We're going to slow down now and we'll come to 9 times on this side. Inhale that leg back and sink it through the earth slowly. Shift towards your left. Release your right heel. Around the platter, right side. Feel the enjoyment of just moving so simply and so beautifully. As you shift into the back foot, glide through the center and shift into the front leg. On your right side, and feel the chest high water. Imagine that your fingers are on warm water this afternoon, and it's warming up the day. Last one of around the platter on your right side. Inhale, just sink it through the earth. Double ground it since we finished the right side. And shift towards your right side to bring your left foot forward, because we now go into the variation. Around the platter variation has a ball right here that is sinking right there opposite your heart and lungs. But the heel of the hand stays the same place as it did before for around the platter. Picking up a ball of energy here, dropping it center in the circle and coming back towards your heart. On the exhale. It starts with the heart, it ends with the heart, because this is a moving meditation. All moving meditations and all meditations start with the heart and the breath. So here we start with the inhale. And here we end with the exhale, moving the energy into the back foot. Last one on your left side. Inhale and release slowly this time as the air comes down on your exhale. And then shift towards that left foot. Prepare your palms right here at the sternum here. And then pick up your ball over here on your right side and drop it center. And the energy will move towards your left leg. Around the platter variation, right side. Enjoy it. It's really fun. You might even imagine yourself as a kid, possibly your first experience in water where somebody gave you a paper boat and you pushed it across the water and it went somewhere. This case, we go in a circle. Last one of around the platter variation. We bring in that right foot and inhale. Just sink it through the earth and double ground it. And our next move is bass drum. So we're going to shift towards your right. Prepare your drum right outside your breasts. Lengthen through the spine. Release your left heel. And your drum will be like this. It'll follow the centers of the palms all the way through as it makes a big circle around the outsides of your body here. So here's your inhale. It's very slow. Here's your exhale. It's also very slow. That slowness, continuity, and circularity build a sense of inner awareness. Feel it through your whole body as you expand the belly and that energy moves up to the crown of your head. Feel it as it moves down as you move back, and the elbows and the abdomen moves back also, surrounded by this energy or intrinsic energy of the chi. Two more. Now we bring in that left foot and prepare for the right by inhaling first, slowly, exhaling even more slowly as we come into the relaxation response, and then shifting over towards that left side to draw the right heel forward. Notice how your back foot is 45-degree angle to the front. Bass drum on your right side. As you move forward and release that knee in the front, the back foot will begin to straighten and the heel will come up back there. And as you come back and that back foot is solidly in the ground, the front leg straightens almost, but without locking the joints. It's very slow. Bass drum. Feel the energy that surrounds you as you do this. There's the inhale. Here's the beginning of the exhale. Two more. Last one. Draw the foot back in. Inhale to sink it through the earth and double ground it. Bass drum, we say, has come to a graceful conclusion. And now we move into our daughter on the mountaintop and daughter in the valley. So shifting into your right leg, you'll always start with your left. Release your left and come to the tops of two mountains. And down through the center of it, you come down with the wrists crossed, having taken one big circle and cut it in two. And the back hand is your own because it's closer to your heart. Inhale here and sink that energy down while you still let that circle go. You'll probably feel your left hand and your left thumb almost cutting you through the central meridian here as it comes down. This move I do not mirror because I want my left hand close to my heart too. But the outer hand is someone else's soul that you're connecting to. Your right hand. And as you come through the center, feel the wrists cross with the fingertips up, suggesting this is a sacred move, maybe. I don't know. You know, we have no idea of knowing, since this is so old, what was the original meaning. But it feels like it's a deep connection between that you and that other person. Daughter on the mountaintop. A beautiful sequence of two that will be with the same pattern of the arms on the other side. So shifting now towards your left, preparing for daughter on the mountaintop. Bring your right heel forward. It only has about 10% of the weight here compared to the other leg. And now you're going to move forward, daughter on the mountaintop, the left hand, your left hand close to the heart. Again. Feel the beauty of that circle being cut in two as you come through the central trail. And notice how it feels like two mountains, one on each hand here, that come through and down, almost making a heart shape. Qigong tends to do that. Bring the mind into metaphor. It's a beautiful metaphor here. That we're always connected to someone or some community or some thought. Yeah, and that outside thought is how you connect it to someone else. One more on your right side. Sink it through the heart area and all the way down to the abdomen. Let's inhale here and just single ground it. And then double ground it because we've finished the right side. Bringing it to your heart and slowly down, almost like you're sleepwalking as you drop it. Rest on globes of energy for a moment. Shift it towards your right, and we'll prepare to do daughter in the valley, which is the companion move to daughter on the mountaintop. You're essentially starting on top of these two mountains. You come down on the exhale and inhale through the center of the heart, the central meridian, the center of thought, whatever it is for you. It feels beautiful when you cultivate the chi through that valley and let it go over the tops of the mountains. And right now you will have started with your left foot. We're into about 4 of these. We're going to go to 9 slowly, cultivating the chi on the inhale or in the center of the valley here. And seeing or imagining the tops of those mountains that we look down towards the beginning of the valley below. Two more of daughter in the valley on your left side. Last one. Draw the foot back in. Inhale to sink it through the earth. And prepare to shift towards your left to draw the right leg forward. And your hands are still going to come up here to the mountains first. And then release slowly down on the exhale. So inhale, and then begin to exhale. And then draw that inhale up through the valley. And exhale over the tops of those mountains as if you are in awe of them and the view below. Two more on this side. Last one. Inhale that foot back in and ground it through the earth. Double ground it. The daughters are done, and we now move into our next move, which is carry the ball to the side. You'll be moving towards your right side. We'll be doing 3 companion moves of circles that go take us over to the left. Bring your thumbs to your hip bones here and wind up towards your right here. Pick up your ball of energy. It's going to be a circle within a circle. There's your small ball. The other circle will be much larger. You're going to release your left heel out here and then shift across. This time letting the knees carry you. And on the third one, bring in the right leg. Inhale and sink. Wind up the hips. Pick up the ball. Prepare for the next carry. Carry the ball to the side. And then bring in the heel. Breathe, lengthening through the body. Sink, releasing on the exhale. Wind up the hips. Pick up your little ball and prepare to move. Notice how the carry causes the arms to allow this ball to move up and down. And we'll do one more, maybe two more, we'll see. We'll exhale here, and let's do one more for fun. Winding up here, wind up the hips first, and then the ball. It's kind of together, but it works out best if you remember to wind up through the hips. Bring in that foot that's on the outside, sink it, and now wind up the hips, pick up your ball, release your right heel, and we're moving to the right. 3 times 3. Here's the first group of 3. Sink, wind up, carry. 2, 3. Good, and now sink again and then carry. It's really a 3 times 3 move. But some days you want to do 4. Let's do another one over here. Inhale and sink it through the earth. And double ground it. Beautiful. Really feel the solidness of that grounding. It just goes right down to your feet, even though your hands are right here, right about opposite the point of the dantian there, which is 2 inches below the navel and 1 inch inside. So feel that connection all the way across. And let's sink the heels a little bit. Good. Now the knees are just slightly bent, right? Let's take it one more time across, okay? Wind up. Release your left and move. This time we'll just move like we're seagrass. And not worrying about being perfect at all, but just letting it go. Beautiful. Let's double ground it. Well, next moves will be push, pull, and pulling in the energy. So we'll come back to the center. Push, pull involves our forward back weight shift again. Bring your thumbs to your hip bones here. And as you shift towards your right leg, release the left heel. And make sure this back foot's at a 45-degree angle to your front. Good. Now we're going to inhale first and push this energy out and down, and then turn the palms to come back to the heart. But it's going to be a little different than that. You're going to push down, let the fingertips come up, and then bring it back to the heart so that it's really in a beautiful circle. Circularity. Circles the energy back to the heart on the inhale. Moves from the heart and returns to the heart. Now, if we just bring the fingertips up and then turn the wrists, we get a different feeling. It's really unique, but what it does is it prevents you from extending your elbows too much. So let's try that again. Fingertips come up. Now turn the wrists to bring the energy back to your heart. Push, pull. Giving and receiving energy. In a circle that never ends. Last one. Bring your left foot in. Inhale to release that joyously to the earth. Push-pull is one of my favorite moves because you're exhaling forward. I think it's fun. Shifting over towards your left leg, release your right heel forward. Push-pull. Inhale first. And then exhale. Now let's see if we can keep the fingertips going up. And then inhale back. There's several ways of doing this, and sometimes I retreat to the variation I first learned, which is more like that. Let's go this way, bring the fingertips up, and then feel the circle return on the inhale. Last one on your right side of push, pull, or giving and receiving energy is the other name for this. It always comes back to your heart, and then you exhale and retreat into a beautiful double grounding here. And prepare for our next move by shifting towards your right. Notice that back foot's going to be in a 45-degree angle, right? And now we're going to bring the fingertips up, release the left heel, and pull in the energy from the farthest star in the universe through the fingertips. Inhale out this time. And exhale back towards that back foot and the other side of the body. Breathe in here, breathe out, going back. Bring in the energy from the farthest star in the universe that you can imagine and bring it in through your fingertips. As a visualization, pulling in the energy from the farthest star in the universe. 2 more. Draw that left leg back in. Inhale to release. Shift it towards that left side. Release your right heel. Pulling in the energy, right side. Draw it into you through the fingertips. Inhale out. Exhale back. Feel the expansion and contraction at the abdomen. And the nostrils are where you breathe it in, but that belly is, with the jaw dropped slightly, is involved. There's a lot of expansion in this as you move forward. And contraction as you move back. When that contraction happens, the belly pulls in. Towards the Ming Men, the low spine. Last one. Beautiful. It's a wonderful move. I love that move. Let's inhale and sink it through the earth. That was pulling in the energy from the farthest star. Exhale. And we move now towards the Taffies, taking a moment to hydrate before we begin. Move slowly across, get your water, take a few sips. And then we move into the next part. We'll return here to Tadasana and prepare for our basic Taffies. Exhale. Left hand under right elbow, standing up as straight as we possibly can, with our back of the head pulled by the feather from above or silver string. Wind up the hips here and pull the taffy between the palms. Basic taffy. There's energy moving between those palms as you go. Inhale here and feel a slow exhale all the way across. Moving through heavy air or taffy, sticky stuff. Notice how the palm underneath will move under that elbow and then up, and the other palm that was on top over the elbow moves down. Interesting connections, because the top arm will now support the yin leg, and the bottom arm is the companion of the strong or yang leg that's bent. Basic taffy tends to connect to these all basic elements of equity of the weight shifting here. It's very interesting to me. One is the leader, and then one is the follower. They keep exchanging. Last one of basic taffy. Bring that foot in. Inhale, just sink it through the earth. And double ground it. Here's your inhale to the heart. Here's your exhale to the abdomen and to the feet. As we prepare for anchor taffy, you'll be anchoring your right leg. It won't move until you come back to the side-to-side weight shift. Forward now with taffy. Opening this out on the inhale, sinking on the exhale to ground, and then to keep moving towards your left. And now your left foot is the anchor. It stays there in place. You open the hips to return and then ground it once that leg comes in. Sink. Pull the taffy. And now forward with your right leg, opening the hips, sinking. And then your basic taffy returns to draw you towards your right. We'll do a few more of these. Anchor taffy. The hand underneath is said to be the invite hand. So here you're invited to go towards your left. Feel the opening of this. Is so beautiful and graceful. Anchor taffy, like you're watching the orchids out there or something, you know, just feels so amazing. You are the boat. The anchor is very important. It brings you, the boat brings you over here and your anchor pulls in. And what was the anchor now becomes the front foot. Last one of anchor taffy. Inhale to sink and double ground it. Breathing in towards your heart, exhaling down towards your abdomen and your feet. And then preparing for circles taffy. Feet are in a V. Feel the sinking and rising in this one. So beautiful. Here's the inhale, and here's where you go. And last one of circles taffy. And sink it through the earth, double ground it. Bring it to your heart. And down towards your feet. Resting on globes of energy for a moment. Take your breath here while we move into our next move, which is going to be perpetual motion taffy with heel step. Let the heel be the first to drop down, sink the energy into the full foot, and then shift to the opposite leg. Perpetual motion taffy can be done any number of times. Feel yourself shifting across on a piano stool, perhaps, or some bench where you're buttocks is just on your sits bones here as you go across it. Last one, but keep the spine long through this, right? And inhale and sink it through the earth. Triple ground it. The Taffies are very energetic and beautiful. You can do them at whatever pace you like, but they should always follow a really good warm-up, which the other moves kind of serve as. Once you get to the Taffies, you're ready. Let's keep going with this grounding for a couple moments here. Bring it to the trees. Exhale down. Bring it up towards the sky. It's beautiful out there right now. It was gray before. Celebrate that. And then bring it up to the sun. Open the arms wide and sink the energy down slowly, as if you were sleepwalking here on the exhale. Our next move is working the pulley. Your left hand will be outside your chest here. Your left heel will come forward. Your right hand is underneath the hip bone. So the palms are going to go across the body like this. And imagine someone whose shoulder you're just touching. Maybe they're not even near you, but you feel the sense of connecting to them. On the exhale there. And then you bring the energy back through your own hip to tap that shoulder again. Inhale here. Exhale there. The dominant leg is where the breath is going to come from. Right now, it's your left. And you might want to swivel the front heel and swivel the back ball of the foot if you're on carpet or you're in bare feet. Otherwise, do the best you can with this to keep the hips, the knee, and the ankle all together. Two more. Last one. Here. And draw that foot back in on your inhale. Sink it down on your exhale. Shift your energy into the left foot over here and let your right hand come forward from the heart. Your right foot prepared with the heel down to just be moving forward in a moment, and to the side, cross the body. Working the pulley on your right side. Draw the hip back on the inhale. Exhale here. This has kind of a strong connection to push-pull for me. So I feel this is the exhale. Maybe touching the shoulder over there. And here, inhale when that hand comes back. But it's a great companion move if you want to work with somebody else who's able to do this. It's super fun. You can definitely feel their energy. Shoulder to shoulder. So not too wide on this one. And swivel the foot in front. Swivel the foot in back. Last one here. Double ground it. Bring it up towards the sun. Let's go way up. Maybe draw the upper spine back a little bit. Bring in the belly. And exhale down really slowly. Inhale again and ground it through your feet. In our next moves, we are coming into light at the top of the head, light at the temple. Your feet are in a V down here. They're not totally connected. There's still a little bit of space because you want to be able to draw out the hips this way. I mean, the knees and the hips, right? Just draw it all out. And then here's where you're going. Light at the top of the head draws to the top of the head, right at the crown, the back of the skull, and you sink and rise, feet in a V. Hold the palms for a moment and then circle them forward. Six to 9 times. Hold the energy there on the inhale and sink and rise. Coming back to your light, hold it again. And this time we'll draw it down to the ground. Turn the palms towards the ground. Bring the palms up through the center body with your left hand to the top. Sink it down slowly. Light at the temple, or light that's at your temples. Feet in a V. Prepare to sink and rise. Circle the energy of yin and yang, all the opposites. At your temple, hold the energy. That's your light, and sink and rise with it. And let it go into the earth. Sink it down. Inhale back to the heart again with your left hand on the high part. And sink it down slowly to ground it. A couple times. Because our next move will be very yan, and we want to first prepare the softness for it. The yan move will be much stronger than this that we just finished. So we close it softly and then prepare for the next move. Joyous breath. Inhaling up. Lots of energy coming in from your inhale, and then the feet are coming up, the heels just only that, and then sinking down 4 times on your exhale. Joyously, 2 more cycles of 4. Inhale as much air as you can and then sink it out. Drop your heels. Last one. Joyous as you can. You're drawing in more air now, and now slowly sink it down. Return it to softness, to inner awareness, to a more feminine approach here as you move into passing clouds. All things change. Bringing the feet out in a big V here, and your right hand is up to prepare the clouds there. The left hand is moving down to support whatever's back there. And the clouds move. Passing clouds. Imagine that you're lying on your back, watching them, just watching them go which way they go, wherever that is. The essence of this is to move with the flow. Life changes, time changes. Many things are over and many things are beginning as the clouds pass. And we stand in the center, resilient, calm, courageous, and with as much kindness and generosity as we can have in watching all the clouds pass and newness come. And then bringing in your foot to inhale here and exhale a couple times to ground this one. Passing clouds comes to a graceful conclusion, but it's never over. So one more. And now we come to the 6 healing sounds. The first is for your left foot and your left hand, and it's for the heart. Oh. The next is for the spleen, and it's both hands and your left foot. Ooh. The third is for the liver, and it moves across. There's your liver. You're going to come across, and it's su, like tsunami. After that, it's your right foot and your right hand, and this is for the lungs. Sh. Then both hands for the triple heater. Shi. Shi. And then finally for the kidneys. Chui. Chui. Okay? Last one has 5 chuis. And a heel step. Mixing all the energies of yin and yang and yin, and bringing your left heel to your right ankle bone. Cosmic consciousness pose. A big circle where the left hand comes closer to the heart. The fingers are apart as you look over the window of eternity, and as you interlace them to look through it, however you want to. And then you draw the palms overhead into a circle, celebrating 3,000 years of Qigong, at least 6 centuries of Tai Chi Chuan, and the work of Wen Shan Wang and Justin Stone, the pupil who created Tai Chi Chih, 19 movements in one pose in 1974. Thank you for your practice and for coming today.